Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully your weekends are off to a great start. Or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. We return with the drops from yesterday and their respective mini albums to go along with them. That's what respective means, you idiot. Don't double them up. We start the album listens, one of 3 albums that we're getting around to today, with Mr. BAEKHYUN, Mr. Vocal Sauce. Yes, indeed. He very much impressed with Pineapple Slice yesterday, especially considering this is my first ever BAEKHYUN era that I'm following his music for. I know one song of his prior to this. I mentioned this on the MV yesterday, but I knew one song of his before this in Candy, and I know 3 of his songs by title alone. Don't know what they sound like. Candy, obviously. I'm pretty sure he has a song called Bambi and a song called UN Village. That is my level of BAEKHYUN knowledge. It's very minimal. In fact, if I have to kind of like talk through the current EXO members, Schumann, BAEKHYUN, and Sehun are like the 3 members that musically I know very minimal about. So I'm hoping that this Hello World EP allows me to learn a little bit about the artist that is Mr. BAEKHYUN one time, because from the 2 songs now that I know of his, he's really delivered the vocal sauce. And while I don't have any fun food puns to make or have any dishes that would kind of visualize the need for vocal sauce, but I'm never going to complain about getting more vocal sauce. So let's run through this album, shall we? Here we go. And let's get started immediately, shall we? Track number 1, titled Good Morning, lyrics by Kolda. Oh, Kolda! Ooh! Composition Kolda and Basecamp, same on arrangement. If this is the same Kolda, we've done a couple of OSTs of his in the past, and they've all been very good. He's got a terrific voice. He knows his way around the computer and some sheet music and a pen, so let's see what this album starts with. And it's not an intro track. We're getting properly started. I feel like I'm going to be very relaxed through this album listen. As soon as we get movement in the vocal top line, we get movement from the bass part too. Oh. Love the octave stacking here. Weirdly, this song reminds me of like a coffee commercial. It feels like a very morning coffee commercial song to me. It's super gentle, it's got a warmth to it, but it's got a really nice chillness to it. It's really interesting how long we're keeping this octave harmony thing going. Oh, and then immediately into verse 2. This time the bass is sticking around. in terms of balancing so far, this song has a very prominent bass line, but it is such a caramelly smooth song. There's no sharpness anywhere in this song, apart from the one time where they shout in "hey" for the post-chorus. It's just so silky smooth. Oh, cut back the instrumental one time. Wow, no, genuinely, that is such a smooth, gentle way to start the album. Without it being an intro song, it feels like an intro song, because it kind of, for me, almost, this isn't, what's the best way to articulate this? If I want to use like an analogy to describe this song, it would be taking the iconic Folgers like ground coffee kind of slogan, the best part of waking up is BAEKHYUN's good morning in your cup. Like, it's got this sense of starting the day, you know, and the day being this album, and starting the day being the first song on the album. I think it's terrific. It's got such a wonderfully smooth yet groovy and laid back vibe to it that has this warmth. You don't really get any kind of like sharp firmness anywhere in this song, apart from maybe some of the like the shouting ad-libs that we get here and there. Especially when you get that double stacked vocal pretty much throughout the entire song. Like, you get the main vocal part, and depending on where you are in the song, you get a harmony part that's an octave higher or an octave lower in the background of the mix. And it creates a really nice listening kind of texture that, depending on what part of the song you're in, could kind of feel like that, you know, the sensation when you get out of bed and you just really don't want to, and it kind of feels like sluggish, but you know you have to get up, so you fight through it and you get up. Like, when you have the vocal and then you have the background vocal be the octave higher, you feel the kind of heaviness of that main lower vocal part, and that's almost like the waking up process. And then when you get to the chorus, when the higher vocal takes priority, it's like that release of that caffeine hit when you drink coffee or tea or a glass of cold water, depending on what your wake up routine is like. Like, the chorus is you waking up, and I think that sensation is wonderful to listen to, and very much suits his voice, because he's got that, you know, very rounded, not sharp, soft, rich vocal that is just so satisfying to listen to. Oh, what a great way to start the album. Now, track number 2 is Pineapple Slice. Of course, that is the title track, and we've spent time on that already, but I'll read off the credits one time. Track number 2, Pineapple Slice, lyrics by Park Tae-won and Shaka. Composition, LJ, Shaka, Forever No, TMM, and Dom Revinius, with LJ and Dom Revinius on arrangement. Which takes us to the next of the B-side, track number 3, Rendez-Vous, lyrics by Kolda. Composition, Royal Dive and Junie, with Royal Dive on arrangement.
Is that okay?
Oh, we got movement. We got some pace. Still classiness to it. We got a little jazzy piano going still. Oh, this one has a firm beat to it though. Again with the stacked vocals. love just how much the instrumental steps back here. It's so drastic, you know immediately that this is a pre-chorus. Oh. It goes away from being like a kind of jazz piano-based song into more of like a funk jazzy beat for the chorus. I guess it's one of those songs where you have that constant movement in the instrumental part of what takes priority. Hello, modern trap beat? Cool way of getting the attention back.
Let's think about that, 'cause you know I'm on the way.
Really cool that that kind of disco string synth element is what signifies the genre change. Again, the instrumental part's treated completely differently. What? Because now this feels the most jazzy out of all the choruses we've gotten. I was waiting to see if he would keep going there. He definitely kept going. That high-flying vocal is crazy. Oh, that's kind of fun. Oh, that's kind of fun indeed. It's the type of song that really kind of keeps moving in a way. That's very neat. Was not expecting all the little genre switches, but they all work out in the end. Like going from that really kind of classy jazzy piano into a more kind of modern funk jazz based beat, back into the piano. The way it goes into this trap beat all of a sudden, verse 2, and then it really leans into the jazzy sound with getting the bass involved in the final chorus. Yeah, it's a song that consistently keeps evolving, but as you're listening to it, it's just like every single time the song changes a little bit, it perks your ears up a little bit thinking, ooh, what's happening now? Ooh, what's happening next? Ooh, what's gonna happen now? And it really keeps, for me at least, the listener super engaged in the song, because you're never gonna get the same thing twice over. And that is very cool, especially in a song that has an almost hypnotizing beat to it. Like, it's addictive in a way where you can kind of get lost in the sauce listening to it. And I think that's very neat. And it's a song that really just, it grooves really nicely, so much so that if you're not paying attention to it, you're just going to get taken by the song and just taken on a journey until the song ends and you're kind of snapped back out of it. Cool. Really cool. Next up, track number 4, Cold Heart, lyrics by Park Tae-won, composition Robert Ziff Resnick and Nathan DeRocco with Rez on arrangement. Isolated piano to start, okay.
You don't wanna talk.
Firm vocal. Lots of reverb. What is that instrumental? They've done something with the instrument. It might be a traditional instrument that I don't recognize, but it's very nice. That's a punchy release. That's really punchy. And then after the chorus is over and like that big moment is gone, let the bottom completely drop out. Wow. I don't know how well this is going to come across, but if you listen to it on your own time with some headphones, stereo headphones on, listen to all the panning that's going on. Lots of left and right action in your head. Cool effect. Hello, guitar solo. Give me more of that guitar solo. Come on now. Break up. So I don't. Oh, I was hoping we get like at least a bridge in there or something, because I was really liking that. I like the fact that Cold Heart is not afraid of being that hard-hitting, punchy song. Like, it's not afraid to really just lay into the beat a little bit. And following, Good Morning, It's Pineapple Slice into Rendezvous. They're not like low-energy songs by all means, but they very much kind of take a really, again, a kind of hypnotizing groove to them, like I mentioned on Rendezvous. But Cold Heart takes a very different direction, and one that I think this execution of works spectacularly. It's the firmness of it, and the fact that it's now in hindsight very immediate, that firmness to it. When BAEKHYUN comes in on the vocals in verse 1, at the level that the instrumental is at when that first verse starts, his voice comes in swinging. And I should have known then that this chorus was going to hit a little bit, but I didn't comment on it because I didn't want to like jump the gun and make any assumptions out of it. But had I made that assumption, it would have been correct, because that chorus does not shy away from really just laying into the song. And it makes the listening experience actually quite enjoyable, because now that, Good Morning, Pineapple Slice and Rendezvous has kind of given you this nice, easygoing sensation to it, Cold Heart really just comes in, just, yay, no you ain't, and kind of lays into you. And the way it does it is actually quite nice. It's got a huge soundscape with a whole bunch of reverb going on, and when that beat hits, you feel the weight of it, but you don't feel like the intense kind of... sometimes when you get a big, heavy hit on a song, and it just kind of... it feels like you just got hit in the face with like a dinner tray or something, just woof. You don't get that experience, but you feel the weight of that release in Cold Heart. And for me, the weight is the best part of a big, heavy drop like this. And Cold Heart captures it perfectly for me. Ooh! And the fact that, emotionally it's a little bit heavier song. Musically, it's a little bit of a heavier song. It's such an easy composition cue, but it's so effective when done right. Really like that. Like that a lot more than I thought I would. Alright, track number 5, simply titled Woo! No special exclamation points or... what are those words called? Oh gosh, punctuation, there we go. I took English class, it's fine. Lyrics by DUT2, Ron and Jane. Composition DUT2, Dress, and An Da-young with Dress on arrangement. Learning lots of new producers today. Entirely open-ended start, no instrumental part at all, just the drum part. That early bloom was one of the most satisfying things I've come across recently. Also, really quick cadence on the flow here. Like, there's a lot of syllables in this line here. Wow. What a contrast. You have this really pretty slow instrumental section. That vocal top line so fast. Ooh. Ramp up the intensity one time, almost go industrial for verse 2. Okay, I hear ya. We got the vocal stacking coming in again. Hello, vocal run. This is such a cool way of creating contrast in music by having a super fast vocal top line with such a slow instrumental part. Very subtle double time action going on for final chorus though. Get up on your high horse one time. Oh, there's the sauce. All of the sauce to finish. Are you kidding me? Wow. That is how you start drowning in the vocal sauce right there, is the finish of Woo. There's so much vocal sauce in there. I'm never going to complain about it though, let's be honest, because I love a little bit of vocal sauce, but wow. Woo is a very interesting song. It's smart. It's really smart in that I keep like mentioning the contrast thing. Humans love contrast. And it's just a kind of a natural fact of human, you want to call it human biology, but human behavior, so to speak, human psychology. We love contrast. It doesn't matter what human sense it is, whether we like it or not. I think like is probably the wrong word for it, but humans are attracted to contrast, or that it's immediately recognizable when we come across contrast in life. Say, for example, like on my microphone here, I've got the fuzzy wind cover and then I've got the smooth plastic. Like if I were to, you know, feel that textural change, it's immediately recognizable. Or for example, if it's, you know, summer and it's super hot out, you want to go someplace where it's nice and cool, like standing in front of the fan or an AC, eat an ice cream, what have you. Temperature contrast, right? In music too, contrast is a very cool way of generating focus to what's happening, like, on the song itself. With Woo, this entire song is kind of a contrast moment because that instrumental section is so slow and drawn out. It almost takes a late night vibe into the song. But then you pair it with BAEKHYUN's vocal top line that crams in so many more syllables than the number of notes in the instrumental section. You have this super slow, almost pulsating instrumental section. And then on the top line, it sounds like BAEKHYUN is almost like, you know, it sounds like BAEKHYUN is on a cipher because he's going so fast in comparison to it. That contrast moment, it's not a moment. The entire song is the contrast moment. Because even if you've got a kind of drawn out word where a syllable is repeated, it's still repeated at a frequency that is significantly faster than the instrumental section. And that retains that contrast and that retains that focal moment. And it comes across in a way that is so stylistically complex to listen. Like, it's a very complex formula that this song takes, and is one that takes a lot of effort to balance really well, but for me is so cool to listen to. Like, I am so here for creative stuff like this. Oh yes, absolutely. And then one final song on the album, track number 6, Truth Be Told, lyrics by Kang Jung, composition Super Miles, TK Kayembe, Yosef Lamercier, Devin Tracy, and TMM, with Super Miles and TK Kayembe on arrangement. These are, apart from Kolda and maybe BAEKHYUN, these are all, I'm pretty sure, new producers that I'm coming across today. Very cool.
숨쉬는 것은 tragical 끝나지 않는 지옥 같은 일 도망쳐봐도 다신 없는 내심 몇 번이나 너로 되돌아가 뒤바뀐 night.
Oh, we're gonna get very artsy with this final one, aren't we?
사라지지 않는 marriage 무너져 나가본 경계 갇혀서 온종일 렘매 아무리 했어도 안돼 지울수록 패이는 이 trace 새겨져 더 깊은 곳에 내가 널 떠날 수 없게 Truth be told 더 견딜 수가 없어 한 걸음도 나갈 수 없어 내게 말해줘
There's sauce, there's plenty of sauce, but we are kind of, you know, we've reset the album essentially. We're back into this really easygoing, smooth, vibey track to finish the album. Although there's certain moments where stylistically it's very similar to Woo in that we've got super fast cadence in the vocals, super slow instrumental section. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep that high vocal coming. Wow. Okay, so we went dreamy to finish this time around. Okay. Truth be told, for me, I think is the perfect way to finish this album, because it's stylistically very much on point with the kind of overall grooviness of this album. For me, and this is coming from someone who adores a really nice ballad, okay? I would rather have Truth Be Told be the finisher than a proper out-and-out ballad. Because I think a proper emotional ballad wouldn't be appropriate for this album. It's too stylistically different. Everything on this album so far, even though you go through a little bit of like a roller coaster moment, you know, Cold Heart really ramps up the intensity, Woo goes this super creative direction, and then Good Morning starts very soft but very warm and groovy. Even though there is some variation in the sound, getting like a very, you know, say an acoustic piano and guitar based ballad to finish the album, it wouldn't stylistically fit. Truth Be Told takes everything that I like out of a ballad, that very slow kind of emotional feeling to it, or that very gentle feeling that really kind of brings the album back down to earth, you know, is a really nice finisher, but also retaining the kind of stylistic creative moments that we've gotten over the course of the past 5 songs to this point. And because, like, you know, truth be told, has some of the kind of creative composition styles like we got from Woo. It's also got the prettiness that we got from the likes of Good Morning and kind of that softer vibe. It's also got some of the more kind of pretty high floaty vocal moments that I very clearly remember from like the numerous head voice flips we got in Pineapple Slice. And it's like the culmination of what the album is, but in a way where it's that nice graceful landing. It's not meant to be a big party banger to finish. Like, it's not meant to be an encore song. It's meant to be a nice conclusion piece. And it's a wonderful conclusion piece for me. That's a good album. That's a really good album. I enjoyed that a lot more than I was ready for, I think. It's like, the main thing I wanted to do with this album was just learn. Just learn about what BAEKHYUN was like on his own in his environment. I don't think I was quite ready to enjoy it this much, though. Like, I've liked all of the the solo EXO related releases we've come across. Like, we've done, like, most recently was Chanyeol's album. We had Suho's album before, then we had Chen's solo, we had Kyungsu's 2 albums, I think. And then, you know, various smattering of other things here and there. But having gone into this, you know, completely blind with really no baseline to compare it to, I think really allowed for me to, one, enjoy it, but two, learn a lot. Like, I knew that BAEKHYUN had the vocal sauce, just from the handful of EXO songs that I'm familiar with. But in its, like, pure distilled form, like this album was, yeah, this is, like, leagues beyond what I could have imagined that vocal sauce to be. So overall, this was a great success when it comes to checking out an album, because I learned some stuff, but I had a blast learning about it. So, absolute success on that front. And I think that's a great place to leave it for today. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be, you know, checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.